First of all, I would say that the baseline framework is a set of tools and best practices when it comes to handling our integration. And the Nodinite tool is, of course, a part of it. And I think we will come back to that because we have, we have rebranded, as you said in one of your questions, to Baseline Integration Portal. And that is, of course, our way of saying that Nodinite is a vital part of our baseline framework. And when it comes to deciding when to use Nodinite, or Baseline Integration Portal, as we call it, it of course depends on the situation. But if you take a look at our normal customer, so to speak, it's not always that they are a part of the baseline framework or using the baseline framework. The baseline framework is used developing our integrations, and we have naming conventions and patterns to use when it comes to integrations. But it's not always that they are using that part of baseline, but they can still use the Baseline Integration Portal. But for our customers, so to speak, our normal customer, I would say it's a customer that have a couple of different integration components in the platform or in the integration area. They have a lot of log files or monitoring needs, and they would like to have it in one tool, or as a few tools as possible, I would say. And in that regards, Nodinite fits like a glove, I would say. We have one tool that we can incorporate all of those things. But I also think that the Baseline Integration Portal or Nodinite a good fit when it comes to application logging as well, due to the API and stuff like that. So I think with our customers, we always have Nodinite in the back of our head, so we can always see if we see that the Baseline Integration Portal or Nodinite can add value to the customer. We do think that it could be a way of going forward implementing the Nodinite product.
Enables transparency, and that's something I feel like in every meeting I have now that we have. Okay, that's awesome. We have these new cases, and still those are the ones that I keep in mind. Where awesome. Still yet another business taking advantage of the data. Can solve their own problem. We shorten a lot of time. There's so many examples out there. I mean, people have, it took 7 days for people to understand that there is an issue, and we go down to 2 minutes. We go from 7 days to 2 minutes to understand the problem, because we don't need to have those, people in between and, SLA levels that say, we're going to give an answer. We're going to give you an answer within 2 days, and we're going to start to work with your issue within 7 days, and then from the point it started, we have 2 days to answer. It's like, okay, that's not. It's still, I get so frustrated, and I don't know if that comes across, but it's 2023 really. People complain about in Sweden about what's called the health system, where we have a hotline that we can call 1177, and people get frustrated that it takes a lot of time to get in touch with them. It's the same frustration with when we have the postal office that sends a package, and it takes more than 48 hours for the package to be received, and maybe it takes one month, but we have those awesome systems. We have modern ways of working, and when we have transparency, then we actually can save a lot of time, can provide access or data to people, so they can find the answer by themselves. And that, of course, that is something that we will see, something like ChatGPT, or these AIs that will come into place, where we can say, where are our invoices that we have sent? Did our partner receive them? So these are the kind of questions that we could apply in the future. And then we have already seen, there are systems out there, Power BI, that access, ChatGPT and stuff like that. But from a personal experience, I mean, these are still the ones, that stick to my mind, are the ones where business celebrates, transparency. And then, I mean, from my point of view, I mean, people should really take Nodinite into serious consideration. Not just something that you buy and just, you know, have it on your shelf for years. And I know companies do that. So for the ones that listen or read this, please use Nodinite and be really serious about it, because it will help. It will really help to. And the issue is, here comes another issue, and that is, you know, IT is very stressful for a lot of people. I have a lot of friends of mine that, you know, hit this famous wall. You know, they start to get depressed because it's a lot to do at work, and the expectations from business is to learn more and more. And we have, you know, ChatGPT that comes up. We have .NET 8 on the run. We have new technologies coming in, and everybody expects from us to take that information in and use it. And I think start using Nodinite, because it will help the integration department to have more time for the stuff that they're actually hired for to do. And I think that Nodinite is not only just a tool to, you know, create transparency, but it could be used in the right way, a tool to free time for your employees to feel better. And that's really something.
Well, we've evaluated different products, and Nodinite is the simplest one to get started with, at the functionality we were looking for. We look at other platforms to do this. We can see that they are intrusive in the integration platform. They need to be implemented in a lot of these technologies or a lot of these integrations. And if not, they don't support all technologies or integration tools we're using. So you would never get that complete monitoring view or understanding of your integration platform. Well, it enables us to keep track on all the integration processes and information flows. It also enables us to share this information with stakeholders and people of interest across PIAP, so they can self-monitor their integrations. We have a lot of integrations, of course. I think it's a couple of thousand at PIAP, because so there's thousands of integrations and millions of messages going through our Nodinite platform, and we use that to make sure we don't get any problems. So that's why we chose Nodinite.